Hi, this is Natalie from the Benevolent Order of Makers, Boom Nerds on Instagram. You can find our website at orderofmakers.com. Today I'm going to introduce our very first unboxing video for Enchanted Leaves. I met Netta and Aaron at San Diego Maker Faire, and that's where I learned about electroforming. And they sent us home with this fantastic starter kit, which I am really excited about opening up and figuring out. Electroforming, I've learned from the Enchanted Leaves website. Let's see, enchantedleaves.com. So electroforming and electroplating are not the same. I was using those terms interchangeably. It turns out that what Netta does is electroforming. Wow, this is exciting. When she electroforms something, she actually takes like an acorn, and in the process that her kit helps you do, you actually transform the acorn into mostly metal. I believe in this case it's copper. If she were electroplating, she would just be covering the surface of it. It's not as sturdy. I also learned that you can take an electroformed object like an acorn or a leaf, and once it's covered in copper, you can then electroplate it in another metal, for example, silver. And you would use less silver, so I guess that's kind of a cost-effective way of making something silver. So you electroform it first in one metal, and then you can cover it, electroplating it in silver. I found really great notes at Netta and Aaron's website, enchantedleaves.com. So I have an idea of what to anticipate finding in the kit and what we're going to be doing. And one thing that they have is this great graphic. You start with a dried acorn. Stage 2 is attaching a loop to the acorn using lacquer. Stage 3, you paint the acorn with graphite. And once it's covered in graphite, then you're going to submerge it into the electroforming solution, which in our case will be copper sulfate. This is at the point where the electric current is applied, so it's a direct current, and you've got an anode, which will be the copper, and you've got a cathode, which is the acorn. So in that solution, or that bath of metal salts, the direct current of electricity is passed through the solution by way of the anode and the cathode, and metal ions in the bath collect on the cathode, the acorn, and bond with the object. So that's what electroforming is. Okay, so let's get right into the kit and see what we've got. Okay, copper wiring, we've got some clips, we've got some really delicate, this is probably maybe for wire wrapping the objects. We've got some little jump rings here that would help us with the stage 2 when you attach the loop. I see some brushes, a little dowel, super glue, some scrubbies, filters, gloves, yay. I believe we're going to be dealing with some acids. Protective gloves would be nice. Here we go. Here's a total overview of everything and all of the steps. So we're going to want to read that for sure. Even cleanup. That's so complete. How nice. Nice color photographs. I love photographs and videos to help me learn. Really complete directions for following everything. So what the kit contains, we've got a 1,000 milliliter beaker, And we've got copper anode wire coil, and we've got copper suspension wire spool. I think that's the thinner one. 2 paint brushes, 2 spring clamps, the wooden suspension bar. That's probably goes right up there to hold the, is it the cathode? Yep, to hold the cathode. Okay, there's the bar. We've got the electroforming solution, graphite conductive paint, paint thinner and brush cleaner, polyurethane lacquer, super glue, jump rings, a funnel, disposable gloves, filters, scouring pads, and here, the operating and safety manual. So it's a really nicely complete kit. Here's the funnel. Aha. Electroforming solution, copper sulfate, sulfuric acid, and distilled water. Yes, use gloves and protective eyewear. We've got all kinds of goggles around our Make lab, so that's good. And see manual for full instructions and safety warnings. Avoid skin contact. Do not ingest. Good. That's why we've got gloves. What else? Oh, here's our beaker. Is that marked up for measurements? Very convenient. This must be, okay. This is the paint thinner and brush cleaner, conductive paint, polyurethane lacquer. You know, I think except for the goggles that I'm gonna wear because I'm gonna be really overly cautious, this kit has everything we need. This is the extra, the goodie. We've got some E6000 glue. That's a favorite crafting glue. Dries clear, bonds really well. I've been talking about Acorns, but Netta sent us home with these beautiful leaf skeletons, all dried out and prepared. Look at that. Does that show up very well? That's gonna look beautiful. Covered in copper for jewelry or an ornament. This is really exciting. I also brought out my box of Acorns. Aren't these cute? These came all the way from Massachusetts, from my good friend Jennifer. She sends me little samples of autumn because she knows how sentimental I am about the seasons. Okay, look at that. That's something that Netta made. Little acorn. That looks like an oak leaf. So pretty. I'm really excited about this. And I guess the next step is for me to read and review and make sure I understand all of the steps, and then we can jump into electroforming. And if I'm brave enough, I'll come back with another video to share that whole process.